Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Wednesday morning? I hope everybody's doing well. We'll get ready to get in this episode here in the middle of the week. Got some basketball to talk about, some hockey, especially football. And before we get into this, we'll let Cool Beans do a shout out to our listeners.
Yes, I'd like to thank those that listen to the show. This is our audio edition, episode 38. We have cities that listen to us like San Jose, California, Boardman, Oregon, Ashburn, Virginia, Grinzel, Grinzek Weiland, Germany. I started messing up after a while. I don't know why. After all this time, I was getting it right. And Brussels, Belgium. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank everybody for tuning in and listening to us during this middle of the week, or just listen to the audio, or however you may do it. But we just thank you and appreciate you tuning in. We'll go ahead if you want. We'll go ahead and just start with the NBA. Don't know. Last night there was a big game, and I watched some of it. This mainly the fourth quarter. The Cleveland and Boston game, and Beans, that fourth quarter, it kind of seemed like a playoff game.
It did. I mean, like,
It was like a playoff atmosphere, and everything. Celtics end up winning 120 to 117
117.
over the Cavaliers. Um, the thing early, Celtics jumped on them quick and early. They were beating them pretty good. I think it was like a 20-point lead at one time, or 21,
Yep.
something like that. But when I started watching it, I just looked at the scores there, and then I tuned in the fourth quarter to watch it. There's one thing that it stuck out to me in the fourth quarter watching that game, and I'm trying to see here, bring it up. The problem I seen with Cleveland was there in the fourth quarter, which I ain't seen Cleveland play all year. But they was giving Boston too many open looks from the 3-point line.
Yep.
And Boston, now the thing was, Boston shot 51.2% from the field, from three. That was field goals. 3 points, they were shooting 53.7, and then 3 points for Cleveland was 34.5% from the field. But here's the big difference in the game. Cleveland was 10 of 29 from 3 points, only made 10 3-pointers. Boston was 22 of 41. So,
Yeah, Garland, he didn't have none of his 3-pointers went in.
but
For Cleveland.
I think it was like 4 possessions in a row there in the fourth quarter when Cleveland was trying to, they get within 2 points, and then it was like 4 possessions in a row. It seemed like Boston went down there and hit 4 wide open 3-pointers.
Yep.
And then Cleveland come down, they instead of counteracting, they get a 2-point. And that's what I think. I mean, they end up losing by 3, but I mean, you just can't you can't let Boston shoot wide open 3 points like that.
Down there.
So from the field, Boston was 44 of 86, and then Cleveland was 46 of 93 from the field. They was pretty much, I mean, that's 51% from the field for Boston, 49% from the field for Cleveland. So, I mean, that was kind of a pretty even kill if you look at it that way. Mitchell had 35 points. Tatum had 33 leading Boston. But the thing is, I think also, too, I mean, Mitchell, I mean, he's your guy right now for Cleveland. But, man, he missed, he was 3-11 from the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of hurt. And then he missed, I mean, there at the end, he was 6-8 from the foul line, but he missed 2 key foul throws there at the end
Did.
to pull them in close. But it was a good game. It's what you expected coming out. And it ain't no down. I mean, no big deal. Cleveland lost. I mean, you got a long season, but this game turned out what it was expected to be. Cleveland being 15-0, and now Boston's 12-3, Cleveland's 15-1. So they meet again in the beginning of December. I think is what I heard.
Right. You want to know what the I guess irony? I was sitting here trying to think about it the whole time. Is it iconic or irony? What is the word that I need to use? But the funny thing is, Boston came up. Not Boston. Cleveland came up short of the record because they have a 15-0 start coming out the gate. The record is there was a team that was 18-0 before they got their first loss. You know what team that was?
The Bulls.
Boston.
Well,
that's what made it so iconic. Boston kept them from beating their record. Here's another record that they can get, or they can still get if they go on a streak. The longest streak of winning, is 24 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who that's by?
Boston.
Nope. Golden State.
Golden State.
That was one of Steph Curry's, and then when they had that
run.
Streak.
Yeah. Well, I'll run down some scores. That's the game I wanted to point out because, I mean, I'd say they had, I don't know what the viewership was last night on that game. I'd say it was up there because of,
I meant to check that. Yeah, just to see how many millions of people watched that game.
I'll go down the scores real fast from last night. You had the Hornets and the Nets played. The Nets beat the Hornets 116-115. The Nuggets beat the Grizzlies 122-110. You had the Mavericks pounding the Pelicans 132-91. You had the Spurs over the Thunder 110-104. The Lakers beat the Jazz 124-118. The Jazz has only won 3 games. That was your scores from last night, and we'll go to Monday scores right here. We'll run down it. You had the Bulls beating the Pistons 122-112. The Heat beating the 76ers 106-89. The 76ers is leading they're tied for the worst record in the NBA right now. The Wizards are 2-11 as well. They lost to your Knicks 134-106. The Raptors beat the Pacers. They would have been tied with that, but they beat the Pacers 130-119. The Raptors are 3-12. The Rockets played the Bucks, and the Bucks beat them 101-100. And the Magic over the Suns 109-99 in Phoenix. You had the Hawks over the Kings 109-108 out there in Sacramento. And then the Warriors lost to the Clippers 102-99. I did see something there. I don't know if it's let's see if it's on this NBA news. Some of the players was getting on Embiid for being tardy and late. I don't know if it was a practice or what it was. So here's my question to you. Do you see the 76ers dealing Embiid this year?
I can see him shopping him around. I just don't know who's going to take him.
Yeah, I
know he's injury prone. They know he's
causing trouble.
Pretty much a dirty player, and he's a troublemaker.
He's causing trouble right now. I mean, and so they it's just a mess there in Philly. And I don't know, has he got a contract coming up or what? Or is they just?
No, I think he's still on a still his contract's still good for a few years.
I was just wondering if he was trying to get more money, but that's not the way you do it.
That's true.
So,
But I got bad news
hmm,
as far as the ratings. I don't know if Google's just doesn't have it because I cannot find the ratings. But so far, they said the ratings for the best game was Boston for Toronto this year. And they said the ratings are down 42%. And the Boston versus Toronto was the number one game this year. And it only had
wow,
6 million viewers.
wow.
I was like, okay, this has got to be wrong. But they say the ratings is down 42% this year.
People are well. You got to look. Start of the season. You've got football going on, which there was no football last night,
That's true.
so you can't blame it on football. Maybe hockey took it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the ratings actually going to increase for the NBA once after the All-Star game happens.
Yeah, I mean,
That's when actually people start watching.
and that's like baseball. You look at baseball where the season's so long. Um, People don't start watching until September, right before they get into the playoffs.
Right.
That's where your viewership from the TV goes up because, I mean, the baseball season's long, just like the basketball season. I'll run. We got some games going on tonight. You got the Pelicans playing the Celtics, Cavaliers. Cavaliers should rebound back
Yeah,
on
especially
this.
against the Pelicans.
Yeah, and they're playing in Cleveland. So then you got the Bulls are playing the Bucks in Milwaukee. The Pacers at Houston playing the Rockets. The 76ers are playing the Grizzlies. The Trailblazers are playing at OKC, playing the Thunder. Your Knicks are in Phoenix playing the Suns. The Hawks are at the Warriors. Maybe the Warriors can bounce back after that loss to the Clippers. And then the Magic's going to LA to play the Clippers. Um, that's the rundown for the slate of games for tonight in the NBA. You got anything else?
Only thing I wanted to add was congratulations to Russell Westbrook on creating history. First player in the NBA to have 200 triple doubles.
200 triple doubles. That is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. The sad part about Westbrook is for all those triple doubles, I don't even think he's ever played in a finals, NBA finals.
I don't think he has. No, because
Yeah,
he was with OKC and with KD, right? Yeah,
yeah.
KD and Harden, but they always got knocked out by usually it was Cleveland. Usually knocked them out at the time because that's when LeBron was in Cleveland or the Miami. So Miami or Cleveland, I think, would have knocked them out. So
Well,
now,
OKC's over on the west,
I
so it
mean,
would have been
yeah. Now I'm
more,
telling you, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
more been like, I don't
That'd
think it
been,
would be
that'd been
Dallas.
Warriors. That'd have been the Warriors.
Yeah, Golden State would have been tearing them up.
But yeah, I was on the wrong conference. No, yeah, you're right. The Warriors. So yeah, I don't think he. No, he hasn't because even when he went his little small stint in L.A., they didn't make it.
Oh yeah, it was horrible when they, they didn't even make the playoffs.
So yeah, that could be a record that may not be broken. How many does LeBron James have?
I think he's at 188.
So he's trailing. But if he plays
And
to
Magic only had, I want to say Magic, when he retired, he only had 181. Let me look that up real quick.
all right, you go ahead and do that, and I'll be switching over here to some hockey.
Oh, I was wrong. That 181 belonged to Oscar Robertson, not Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson only had 138.
Okay.
And I was wrong with LeBron, too. LeBron has only 117.
Oh, so LeBron, he ain't going to come close.
Nah.
So
Jokic is higher than him. He got 136.
What's his name from Dallas?
Luca,
Luca.
he's only at 77.
Oh, so yeah, that record may not be broken.
But I tell you what, Luca can actually catch Harden. James Harden only has 78.
So we'll get ready to hit some hockey here. Because when we get into football, we got our picks to do and everything else.
Right.
And our veteran buddy Wanzel said he's going to try to get on Saturday night with us when we do our talk some hockey. He's a hockey guy, but last night we'll go over. Let's go Monday and Tuesday scores. This is Monday scores right here. You got the Blue Jackets was over the Bruins on Monday, 5-1. Avalanche over the Flyers, 3-2. The Canadians beat the Oilers 3-0 at home. The Ducks beat the Stars in Dallas 4-2. Capitals over Utah Hockey Club 6-2. And then you had the Sharks over the Red Wings 5-4. That was Monday. Tuesday scores are right here. Last night, you had the Oilers over the Senators 5-2, Lightning over the Penguins 3-2, the Wild over the Blues 4-2, and the Jets over the Panthers 6-3 at home. The Ducks beat the Blackhawks in Chicago 3-2. You had the Islanders and the Flames playing. The Flames came on top 2-1, and the Rangers beat the Canucks 4-3. And I want to mention something right here. I'll bring it back up. Ovechkin, he is pushing in on Wayne Gretzky's goals record. He's like 27 away from tying it, but here's the downside. He had injured his leg. He is on the IR for right now. So let's see what the time frame. I don't know if theirs is like the NFL. The NFL, if you're going to be out 3 or 4 weeks, you can go on the IR.
Mm-hmm.
I got it brought up right now. It's all right. He's going to miss the next 3 games at least. It says also it could be more than that. It was like a shin-on-shin collision that caused him to hurt his leg, but he's 27 back of passing Gretzky, and he has scored 15 times in his first 18 games this season.
Dang.
So if he only misses 3 to 5 games, that shouldn't
affect him none.
Shouldn't affect him none. He should still beat that this year, unless other injuries prevent that. But now that's the goals record. Wanzel, he may mention it coming Saturday night, but he said no one's going to be able to beat Wayne Gretzky's points record. So he said that'll never be broken. But here's some games that's on slate tonight for NHL. You got the Golden Knights playing the Maple Leafs in Toronto. You have the Hurricanes playing the Flyers. You had the Sharks playing the Stars. The Predators playing the Kraken. The Sabres are playing the Kings. That's the slate of games that's on for tonight in NHL hockey. I ain't going to touch on the standings right now because it's still early.
Right.
But we'll go over that maybe next week during audio or whatever. But that's all I have for hockey right now. You got anything else you want to mention? All right. Let's see here. Let's get to some college football. You got anything in women's basketball? Anything there?
No, I didn't look up anything on the WNBA. They had something when I went to Google earlier to look for that the assist, something about the Minnesota Lynx. Let me see if I can find it again. Nah, it done refreshed. I can't find it. But yeah, I have nothing on
All right, we'll go ahead and get into college football. Got it brought up. Nothing really going on in the NBA. I mean, Major League Baseball. But all right, with our picks this past week in college, you kicked my butt in college picks, but I kicked your butt in NFL picks. You went 15-8. I went 12-11. We'll go run down the scores real fast, and we'll bring some stuff up, and we'll talk a little bit. Let's see what they got predicted as far as the playoff system. I want to mention that. You had Oregon barely getting by Wisconsin, which they won 16-13, but that's a West Coast team coming to the Midwest, Wisconsin. Yep. But they barely get by. They're still undefeated, though. Ohio State beat Northwestern 31-7. You know, Texas over Arkansas 20-10. Penn State 49, Purdue 10. Here's the big key, and I hated it for the Big 12. Kansas beat BYU 17-13. And then the Utes fans are still talking trash, even though the BYU beat them. Georgia beat Tennessee 31-17. Notre Dame over Virginia 35-14. Alabama beat Mercer 52-7. Boise beat San Jose 42-21. SMU over Boston College 38-28. Texas A&M over New Mexico State 38-3. And here's a Arizona State beat K-State 24-14. They won't not be in the top 25 now. Colorado all over Utah 49-24. New Mexico beat number 18 Washington State 38-35. That'll knock them out of the top 25. Stanford beat Louisville, knocking them out of the top 25. Clemson beat Pittsburgh 24-20. South Carolina over Missouri 34-30. And you had Florida over LSU 27-16, which should knock them out of the top 25. And then Tulane all over your Navy 35-0.
It was a shame.
Right now, let's maybe get these games up here. We'll get our picks for week 13 of college. This is week 13. And starting out Friday night, breaking the top 25, you got UNLV. They're 8-2. They're number 24 in the country, playing San Jose State. I'm going to say San Jose State will upset UNLV.
I can go with that.
Because they're playing at San Jose, okay? UNLV just cracked the top 25. They're going to be excited. They're going to overlook them, and they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And here you go. Here's a big game. On Fox, Saturday at noon, number 5, Indiana, playing at number 2, Ohio State. I'm going Indiana with the upset on this.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Indiana's playing in Ohio State?
In Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio State.
The coach for Indiana is a West Virginia alumni. So he's going to come on top. He used to be the quarterback for West Virginia, I think, in 79-81.
Oh, okay.
And he was a walk-on. So, and there are a lot of West Virginia fans said West Virginia need to get him as their coach, but they just extended him for like 6 or 8 years as a head coach.
Yeah, so he ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. But I got some news on that later. You got Wake Forest playing number 8 Miami in Miami. I'm going to go Miami on this, much as I like to see them lose.
As much as I hate Miami, I don't think Wake Forest got the firepower to pull it off. So I might have to go with Miami.
And here you go. Old number 9 Ole Miss going to Florida. Is Florida going to pull another upset in Florida? They beat LSU. So you know what? Go Gators. I'm going Florida.
I'm going Gators with you.
Florida going to upset Ole Miss. They make it back-to-back weeks, upsetting a ranked opponent. You got number 13 SMU playing Virginia. I'm going SMU.
SMU versus Virginia. Yeah. Go SMU.
Number 25 Illinois, who just cracked the top 25, is playing Rutgers at Rutgers. I'm gonna go Rutgers on this one.
Rutgers used to be tough back in the day, and
Rutgers,
they're playing at Rutgers.
Rutgers are 6-4. Illinois is 7-3. They're playing at Rutgers.
Yeah, I'm going Rutgers too.
Yeah, when they was in the Big East, man, they made some noise. All right, now you got number 10 Georgia playing Massachusetts. This ain't going to be a game. Georgia's going to win this.
Oh yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah, Georgia got it.
Then you've got UTEP, 2-8 UTEP playing number 11 Tennessee.
Tennessee.
So I mean, and here's the thing to me. That's like we talked about before. Other people. You got look at this: Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee playing all these smaller schools towards the end of the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
To me, you should be penalized for that.
It should be, but to an extent, you got to look at it different way. I'm a small school, and I call Georgia and I say, "Hey, we want to play you because we're trying to get, they're trying to be able to get better recruits. They're trying to, up their status, but to an extent, you can only go up so far. You can't take like Independence High School team and decide you're going to play the Minnesota Vikings. It's not going to work.
Nah. Our next game is number 3 Texas playing Kentucky. They're playing in Texas.
Okay. Let's see.
Kentucky's 4-6.
Kentucky ain't pull that off. They're only 4-6 now.
They're not going to beat them in Texas.
Nope, sure not.
Penn State, Minnesota. Penn State.
I'm thinking Penn State on this one.
Penn State. I'm still hoping they would lose again. But
I think they finally came back to reality when they was super overrated and everybody was going with them when they was like, I think Penn State got up to what, 4? They got up to 3 or 4 and then they dropped.
They're still 4. They're still 4.
Oh, they're still 4.
Yeah.
I thought they got knocked back to the top 10. I thought they got I don't think they were number 4.
I don't even know how you can rank them this year. Everybody's losing, except for Texas has lost 1, but only one that ain't lost is Oregon.
Yep.
But they about did the other day. You got number 14 BYU playing number 21 Arizona State. Arizona State just cracked the top 21. Arizona State's 8-2 in the Big 12.
Okay.
I'm going Arizona State. BYU has escaped a couple games here recently. I think Arizona State, them coming into Big 12, their expectations, hey, let's try to finish to the upper part instead of the bottom part. Well, that's where they're at right now, 8-2. I think they're going to come in and beat BYU.
Here's the question. I got to ask your opinion on this before I pick this. Because really, I'm going for Deion taking the Big 12. Now, Arizona 8-2. BYU was ahead of Deion, and they just lost. So, I think I could go for Arizona to knock BYU further back, but I don't know if that helps Deion.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, well, let's roll Arizona State.
Arizona State. All right, and then here's the next game. and I hope he don't fall victim to it. Deion Sanders is the Colorado Buffs are playing Kansas at Kansas. Now look at this. Kansas the last 2 weeks has done knocked off 2 ranked teams in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now Colorado's got to go to Kansas. This is a trap game. Kansas has got a running quarterback. I watched him play in Morgantown.
Yep.
He can move, he can run, and they got stuff going now. I'm gonna go. I ain't going against Deion. I'm gonna go Colorado, but he better watch this here. This could be a trap game for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Deion, but I know he has to hurry up. He has to pull this off because I don't want to make this to mess up his chances of him going to Dallas. He has to win that Big 12 so next year they can give him that contract to go to Dallas.
He ain't going to Dallas. Wishful thinking. He ain't going to Dallas. He's where he's at. All right. Man, I done got that in your head. He going to Dallas and he's going to grass his son. Y'all going to have all that other stuff. All right. You got Citadel playing Clemson. Clemson, of course.
Yeah, going Clem.
And then South Carolina playing Wofford. See, look at all these SEC teams are playing these small schools at the end of the schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, they could play them up front. Flip that schedule around. I mean, come on now. We want to see some good games at the end of the schedule. Not no blowouts, 60-5 or 3 or
exactly
whatever it is. South Carolina's going to win this. They're playing Wofford. Here you go. Number 23, Missouri is playing they're not even ranked. Mississippi State. Mississippi State's 2-8. I'm going Mizzou on this one.
Mizzou.
Then here we go right now. Please show up and play. Don't pull what the Navy did. Army, number 19 Army's playing number 6 Notre Dame. Oh.
I'm going with the hunchback on here. I'm going to pick up them hunchbacks.
I guess I'm going to go with Notre Dame too. All right. Number 12, Boise State playing Wyoming, who's 2-8. I'm going to go Boise State on this.
You know, every time I went against Boise State, I've lost. So I'm going with Boise State.
Then right here, you got Alabama, number 7, Alabama playing Oklahoma. I'm going to go Bama.
Yeah, Bama should tear up Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma's down this year. Man, I still can't believe they got them up there. Well, that's right. They won last week. They didn't go nowhere. Number 22, Iowa State is playing Utah in Utah. Iowa's going to win that.
Mm-hmm. I think I've went against the Utes every time they came up.
I have to. I mean, why pick them now?
I know, right?
All right, that is, as far as I know, all of the ranked. It's the top 25 schedule. Let's go ahead and pick. Let's see here. Go to the Big 12. Pick the other couple games that's not ranked. You got Arizona playing TCU. I'm gonna go TCU on this.
Yeah, TCU, Arizona.
You got, let's see here, Texas Tech playing Oklahoma State. Tech's going to win that.
Texas Tech. Yeah, let's go with Tech.
UCF is going to West Virginia to play. UCF's going to win this.
UCF coming to Morgantown. Yeah, I can't support Neil Brown. UCF.
I will say this. West Virginia don't win this ball game here, they will not be bowl eligible because next weekend they go to Lubbock. Is that what Texas Tech is? Lubbock?
Yeah.
They go to They go to Lubbock to play Texas Tech next weekend, and they will not beat them.
Yeah, you say they've never won there.
I don't think they have. They may have. I'll have to find out. I don't think they've won in Lubbock. They don't play good there either. They may have won 1 or 2 games at that, but they don't play good at Lubbock. So, and then you got Baylor and Houston. I'm gonna go Baylor.
Baylor.
They're on a roll. They're 6-4 now.
Yeah, Baylor will take Houston.
Then you've got let's see how I'm gonna do this here. Cincinnati and K-State. I'm gonna say K-State will win that.
I like Cincinnati. I'm going Cincinnati.
You went Cincy on that, and then let's do our other couple picks. Let's go to the ACC and get Pitt and Virginia Tech.
V-Tech on this one.
Let's see here. All right, Pitt's playing Louisville at Louisville.
I thought Pitt and V-Tech was going.
No.
The Pitt versus Louisville at Louisville.
At Louisville, Louisville's 6-4. Pitt's 7-3.
I think Louisville going that one.
You go on Louisville on that one?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Pitt. Then you've got Virginia Tech playing Duke. Duke is 7-3. 3-3 in the ACC, 3-3 in the ACC for Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's 5-5. Duke's 7-3. I'm going Duke.
It's been a while since Duke has actually been something in football. I'm going Virginia Tech. That's actually been a while for either one of them to really been a threat, and I'm still going V-Tech.
Virginia Tech ain't done much in a while. And then we'll go to the Sun Belt here and see who Marshall's playing. Marshall's doing pretty decent this year. And they are 7-3, 5-1 in the Sun Belt. They're playing Old Dominion, who's 4-6. I'm gonna say Marshall wins.
I remember Old Dominion. I'm going Marshall. But Old Dominion used to be back in the day. They used to tear up some teams.
They did back in the day. All right, that's our picks there. Let me do a couple things here. Let's see where we at on time. Yeah, I need to hurry up. No, let's I'll go to the standings real fast. We're talking about the Big 12 and Dion and them, and then I want to mention something here with the playoff system. All right, in the Big 12 right now, BYU and Colorado are tied at 6-1 in the Big 12. And then Arizona State, Iowa State are tied at 5-2. And then you've got a bunch of teams from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the Mountaineers, are all 4-3. So as of right now, you would have, if BYU wins out and Colorado wins out, them two are playing for the Big 12 championship.
Okay.
But now, if BYU loses to Arizona State, that's who they're playing this weekend. Arizona State would be 6-2. BYU would be 6-2 in the conference, but Arizona State would jump in because they beat them.
Yep.
So, and who would have thought Arizona State, contending for the Big 12 championship?
Definitely not them Utes.
Nope, not them Utes. That's right. That's right. Where y'all at, Utes? Let's see where y'all at. Oh, y'all next to last. You're 1-6 in the conference. The conference that y'all was going to run.
Wow.
Yep, the conference y'all was going to run. All right, let me get down to this Sun Belt. I'm going to see something the Sun Belt Conference. Right now, you've got Marshall is leading that in the East. They're the East part of the division. They're 5-1. Georgia Southern's behind them at 4-2 with James Madison 4-2. Then in the West part, you had Louisiana Raging Cajuns. They're 5-1. So if they keep winning out, I guess Marshall will end up playing Louisiana for the Sun Belt Championship. And then let's see here. Let's see college football playoff. Let's see how we got, who they got, what they got. That's explanation. We just need to talk about the college football playoff. You got 12 teams coming this year in the college football playoff. And the thing is with it, what I'm seeing a lot of predictors right now, and I can't find it to bring it up, is that and I don't know how they're doing it. The 4 teams they got the buys right now, and they got Boise State with a bye as the 4th team over a Big 12 team. Okay, Boise State's coming from a smaller conference.
Right.
How can they leapfrog? They have them leapfrog over a Big 12 team out of a bigger conference, bigger schools. I don't get that. Like a Dion, or if Dion win the Big 12, or even Arizona.
Right.
To me, your 4 buys should come from the Big 12 as being one, the SEC, the Big 10, and the ACC. That's your 4 buy teams. These smaller conferences, all right, you're in the playoffs, you're playing your way through. It's that simple.
Or two, even if they did it this way, yeah, you're in a smaller conference, but they played bigger conferences and they beat those teams. Then I would see them getting it.
That would be it, if depending on their strength of schedule.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you could do that. But I mean, their conferences, and that's only 3 teams outside of your conference, depending on how many you got. But yeah, I mean, it's like I don't understand that as far as that goes. Now let's hurry up jumping into the NFL, because we're getting close on time.
Yeah, we are.
And I'll tell you this, back over here. In the NFL, I went 8-5 in my picks. You went 6-7. I'm going to say this right here, and then we'll get in our picks. I never seen so many Buffalo Bills fans running their mouth over a regular season win, which don't they know the Bills usually beat the Chiefs during regular season? But guess who comes on top in the playoffs?
Yep.
And that's all that matters. So you Bills fans, you can have your regular season win, and us Chiefs fans will take the playoff win. So congrats for which I picked them. I picked the Chiefs losing that game. So I picked the Chiefs to lose that game because we need to get that loss out of the way. And so I never seen so much smack talk in my life over. I mean, they lost one game, which I didn't think they was going to go undefeated. But yeah, they've been talking smack. All right. We got let's see, we got games starting tomorrow night. We got the Steelers playing the Browns in Cleveland, and Steelers are going to win that.
Steelers going to win that one.
Then you've got the Vikings playing the Bears. Vikings, of course.
Vikes, yeah, I take Vikes.
Lions are playing the Colts. I'm going Lions on this.
Lions, yeah.
Patriots playing the Dolphins. I'm going to go with Miami.
I'm going to go with Miami because Patriots, I have not had any luck picking with Patriots.
The Buccaneers are playing the G-Man in New York. I'm going Bucks because the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
Bucks are 4-6, but they are a good 4-6 team. They also get Evans back. Mike Evans comes back this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's no setbacks, he's coming back this weekend. minus any setbacks. Your Cowboys are playing the Commanders at Commanders. I'm going Commanders on this one.
I'm going Commanders. See, the plan is for them to tank the rest of these games. So not only do they get Dion, they get Dion's son.
Oh well, I don't know. They got the Titans are ahead of them, and so your next pick is the Chiefs and the Panthers. I'll be at that game.
Yep, it'd be that was the game I was going to go for the Chiefs actually losing.
Well, they'll win now. I don't know what it is. I don't think Andy Reid usually loses back-to-back games.
No, you
got the Texans and the Titans. I'm going Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
Then you got the Broncos playing the Raiders. Broncos are going to win that.
Yep, Broncos.
That's another team there that's only got 2 win teams. So your Cowboys is done messed up. Getting that first pick.
49. Will win a couple more games. Titans will win a couple more games.
The 49ers are going to Green Bay to play the Packers. I'm going Packers on this.
I hate both teams, but let me go Pack. The only way I really win is if they tie.
Hell yeah. Well, that could happen too. And here's a game here. Cardinals are going to Seattle to play the Seahawks. I'm going Seahawks. Seahawks are going to tie this up. That'll make Cardinals go 6-5. The Seahawks will be 6-5. They'll be tied up the top with the Seahawks holding it. So Seahawks.
Yep. Gotta go Seahawks on that one.
This division's stinking it up this year.
It sure is. I did not expect the Cardinals to be leading.
No, not at all. And then you got the Eagles playing the Rams. I'm going to go Eagles.
Go Rams.
You can't say the Eagles?
Mm-mm.
Is that not in your vocabulary?
Not in my vocabulary.
All right, here's one here. The Ravens are 7-4 going to the Chargers, who are 7-3. They're playing in, I guess it's LA. I keep wanting to say San Diego, but it's LA.
I know. I be wanting to still say, even though it's been a couple years now, I still want to say San Diego.
Yeah. So I'm going Chargers on this one.
I'm going Baltimore. I don't see them losing 2 in a row. And the thing is, you know why they're really losing? It's for some reason they forget they got Derrick Henry back there.
He has not ran the ball good the last 2 weeks, which I don't know if he didn't have enough attempts or what it was. But
I think it's the attempts. I know he had a fumble this week, but
I got him in fantasy and he has killed me the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
So I don't know. He's got 197 carries on the season with 1,185 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns. But I think the Chargers
I hope they're not doing what like Pete Carroll, while he wanted Russell Wilson to win it and not Marshawn, so he didn't run Marshawn.
No. Harbaugh ain't like that. Now you do have a quarterback that a lot of times can't get eye out of the way, and instead of handing the ball off, I'm going to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that could be it. I don't know. But the Chargers has got a good coach in Jim Harbaugh.
Yep.
I'm shocked that they're 7-3.
Oh my God, it's the brothers going against each other. Yep,
the Harbaugh. Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jim holds the record over his brother John.
He does.
So they're going to LA, and Jim is going to come on top of John again.
Yeah, John only beat his brother in that Super Bowl.
So there you go. And that's when they had Ray Lewis, wasn't it? That was Ray Lewis last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's see here. That's the last game. That's the Monday night game. So that's going to be a big game there. Your teams on your gut buys this week is the Falcons, Bills, Bengals, Saints, Jets, and the Jaguars. As far as any, I don't know if there's any NFL news. Let's see. Oh yeah, you mentioned this, and here it is. The Jets fired their GM Douglas.
Yeah.
They're firing everybody but the person that the problem is.
Exactly.
I mean, you fire your head coach, he wasn't the problem. Then you fire your GM, which he ain't the problem. Which I will say this, I don't think the Jets has got a very good line. Breece Hall ain't done nothing the last 2 or 3 weeks either.
Nope.
We'll see what happens. That's about it as far as and did you not see the other night with the Dallas stadium where they was closing the roof and there was metal falling off? Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. It's like
they said there's no structure issues with the stadium.
I bet.
And then it talks about the Browns, what'd you say, Steph Skinny, the coach. There's no worry for hot seat talk. And then I guess that's about it. They talk about Eli. He may be a semi-finalist in the Hall of Fame coming in 25. But I guess that's about it as far as you got anything on the NFL.
No, I don't in fantasy. I'm gonna be suffering this week because Joe Burrow is on a bye. Then my other quarterback, Dak Prescott, is hurt, so I got rid of him. And then the other guy I got is what's his name? He's on the bench now. Brissett.
Well, you better go get you another quarterback.
I know. I'm looking at that now. I'm down a running back and a quarterback. I'm like,
you better. That's why you gotta stay active on that free agent list.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do it this week. Preferably today.
So I guess that'll be it as we're coming to an end. I think we went over everything like we always do towards the end of every episode. If you're thinking about harming or hurting yourself, there's a quick number to call, 988. That's the Veteran Crisis Line, 1-800-273-8255. Always keep in contact with your battle buddies, your friends. Notice any change, talk to them, get them the help you need. Or if you don't want to call that number, go to your local VA medical center and go to the ER, and they'll get you in contact with the people and the resources you need. There's always, even if it's late, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they got people there on call.
24/7.
24/7, they'll get you in contact with. And like Beans always says, even if you're listening into this and you're not a veteran, you can still call that number and they'll get you in contact with people you need need to talk to. But you got anything else, Beans?
I got nothing.
Well, this will be it for this episode. We'll be live this Saturday at 9 o'clock. Hopefully Wanzel will be on with us. He'll be talking hockey. But that's all we got. Have a rest of your good weekend, and we'll see you Saturday night live.
All right.
Have a good one. Stay safe.